Hello everyone, this is Mary Ann. I'm back with a new video because I wanted to share with you guys what I did for my April pages. I recently uploaded a video about the evolution of the design of my planner pages, and in that video I explained how I got to my current design for March, which is this. And I explained in that video how I got here from the old formats that I was using in July or June of last year. And then I explained how I got here, and then I showed these pages. And I also mentioned in that video that I wished I could still put in some decorative elements in my planner pages, because right now it's very utilitarian. Everything that you see in here is used and needed and not decorative. Although I made it a point to pick icons or make icons that are pretty so that they can help in making the page look more pretty, but there is nothing here that is absolutely decorative. So for my April pages, I decided to try to have something decorative for a change. And I usually print my pages for the coming month at the middle of the current month. But it's not yet March 15, it's only March 5. But I decided to print my April pages anyway, because in April, just to give you an idea, in April, a lot of things are going to happen. There's going to be a week-long holiday in my country because of Holy Week. It's a it's a Roman Catholic observance, and I have a 5-day mandatory leave from work to schedule around that Holy Week, and I have travel plans to schedule around the Holy Week and the mandatory leave, and then I have work to schedule around everything. And the people I'm going to be working with in April are going to be elsewhere, so we are going to collaborate via online conferences, and those have to be scheduled too. So a lot of things are going to happen on April, although I don't have university because the semester will be ending this March, and April and May will be the summer break, and I'm not going to be enrolling in anything because my schedule does not permit daily classes for 3 hours a day because of my day job. So at least that's out in April, but there's still a lot of things that is going to happen in April. So I went on ahead and printed the 2 pages per day for April anyway. And now let me show it to you. This is the cover. It matches the inside. And this is it. This is the April cover. It's one continuous band of a decorative vector. It starts here. There's a sort of border and ends here. It goes all the way across. Just one border for the 2 pages because I wanted it to have something that would tie the 2 pages together. Because this is not going to work without this, and this is not going to work without this. So the continuous band is sort of like something that ties them visually together. And over here I just placed a smaller area in which I can write the year, the day, the month, and the day of the week. The boxes are still the same, although I tweaked it a little bit. If you can compare it from the March boxes, there's a space here that's not really being used, so I end up writing in here anyway. So I just extended this towards nearer to the edge of the page, and the same as this one, so I can get more writing in. And the hypertext is, right now it's a ghostly image because I don't actually write on the hypertext here. What I do is I always take the hypertext patches. Oops. I take these and then I paste them on here. because the hypertext does not really work. I mean, the paper does not really work well with felt markers, and they always bleed through. So I have to have another patch for the hypertext. And that's what I do. The ghostly image is just there to guide me on the exact right place to stick the hypertext in, so that they will all be in the perfect center. I just align this here. There. And another thing is that on these squares, I always put the schedule for my day job, the schedule for my night job, and over here in this space I usually put birthdays and special holidays. But for the April pages, I decided to, let me show you here. I decided to put all the reminders on the schedule of work, and holidays, observances, birthdays, anniversaries, all together in one row, so that I can keep this space free for all other things that I have to do. In fact, this entire spread, including the boxes, are the things that I have to do. This is where I put names of the articles, 2 to 3 articles that I write for my night job, stuff for Etsy that I have to do, stuff for university that I have to do, a book that I have to read for the day, a movie that I have to read for the day, and a TV show that I have to watch for the day. Mostly documentaries for my research, so not necessarily related to my university, but for a different research that I'm doing that is a little bit related to my university studies. However, if it's directly for in compliance for a university unit, I put it here. If it's something for my independent research, I put it here. That's for the TV show, movie, and books. So these, in this page, are the things that I have to do. In this page on the left are the things that actually happened. Like, of course, I have to call my son, but I also put here things that he tells me about what happened with his day, how my mood was, if I was able to exercise or not, or do all those other habits that I'm trying to train myself to do, and what I spent for, how much coffee I took, and if I took any additional medication for the day, things like that. And of course, the hypertext, as you already know, is shaded in after things happen, except for when it's about class, in which case I shade it beforehand. There. April 15 is a full day because this is my schedule for my night job. It's Holy Tuesday on that day. It's day 4 of my mandatory leave, and 2 people are celebrating their birthdays on there. So that's it. These are my pages for April. I do like how it looks. I think this is easier on the eyes, and it's easier to write in. And the slightly wider boxes will be easier to write in as well. And I think I'm going to be able to put in more information on here because, as you know, my days are my anchor. Even the notes that I have to write, they have to stay on the rings on the day that the notes were written, or else I would just really lose my way. I tend to go back to my pages every now and then to trace back some stuff, so I really record as much as possible everything that happened. So there. I have also made this available on my Etsy store. Let me show you. This is how it looks like without the custom boxes. There. That's how it looks. Uh, it's available in 2 pages per day or 1 page per day. It gives you really a really big writing space that you can configure to however much you want. You can also put stickers on there. You can even decorate this additionally, aside from the decoration that it already comes in. And then I have a second design. This one looks more together and more simple than the first one. And then the third one kind of has a Moroccan feel to it. It's really just a flower with squiggles and tiny circles. There, let me show you. That's the third design. This one is the second. And this one is the design that I'm using right now. And of course I can also make these custom boxes for you. Just let me know what you need. Incidentally, right now I'm doing something for someone. I just finished these. This is the first study that I made. She's going to order from me 2 pages per day, and she wants the entire right page to have tracking boxes for all of the significant significant aspects of her life that she has to keep track of every single day. So this is what she asked me to put in. We worked together on this. We chose the icons, and she drew me, actually hand drew me, the boxes, how they should look. I mean, how they should be sized, where they should be placed, what goes where. So there, I'm doing this for her, but it's not yet final. I'm still waiting to hear from her. I can do that for you too. I can do something like this. I can do something like this, one whole page for custom boxes, and anything else that you need. I can come up with icons for you in order to make your planner work really for what you need it to do. You don't have to stick to the existing ones out there that you can buy off the rack. If you need something that is more custom made, I can do that for you. So there. I'm actually excited for April because there's so many things to do. I even have to schedule my rest in. And I had a lot of fun designing this, and I actually wasn't feeling very well yesterday. I was feeling the beginnings of the depressive episode again that I occasionally go through, and I find that what works is, I find that in order to combat that, to fight that off, I just put on my earphones and listen to classical music and then do design work. Not talk to anybody, not even deal with words at all. I don't even write, I don't email, and I am not on Facebook. I just deal with all of these vectors and shapes and lines and pixels, and it works. Because for the hours that I'm spending doing this design work, it helps to clear my head of worry and anxiety, because if I'm able to make the paths in Adobe Illustrator work together to create something this nice, then the real world can't be all that bad. Well, I think I'm talking too much already. I must be feeling better now. Okay, so there. I hope I was able to give you guys some ideas. And until next time, thank you for watching. Bye.